today. So I'm like, well, fuck it, bro. So I just put on a wig and shit, and like I pretty much look like Kid Rock.
Oh,
Does it
Eric, so
smell?
this scare center thing, man. How's that going?
Yeah. So, dude, I got episodes ready to fire up, right? So my boy Tom that does it with me, he was supposed to come by yesterday, and we are gonna like crank off a couple episodes. The first one we did went pretty quick and shit. You know what I mean? I just scripted that shit out and gave it to him, and then he shows up and we just knocked that shit out. It was, so I got two other ones going, but fucking his wife has the COVID. She got the COVID, so he was like,
man.
I also want to do these promos, right? So, um, I got to go into the office two times a week. So that's my schedule. I work from home three times, two times in the office, right? But there's fucking no one ever in the office. So you remember the old like the Sports Center promos, where this is Sports Center. It's got the athletes just doing shit around the office.
Right.
So I've got two of those that I want to do at my office. One where it's just me and Tom standing there, and I'm like, what do you think of the new receptionist? And you cut and it's Ghostface. There's like, what's your
Nice.
favorite scary movie? And then it cuts back to Tom, and he's just like, really good on the phone, good phone presence. And then another one where Tom's going up to the copy machine, and then Sam is there, and he's photocopying a severed head and shit. And then Tom's just like, I'll find another one. It's cool. So I just want to do like
Dude,
little
that's
promos like
sick.
that shit, dude.
That's all. I used to
And
love
then,
those old Sports Center commercials, man. Those were
dude, those
sick. I
things are
remember
fucking
obviously
hilarious.
obviously I'm a Celtics fan, so like I remember when the big three happened with KG, Pierce, and Ray Allen, and they had one, and they were trying to come up with the big three name, right? And they're at first they had that one that was like, how about the three amigos? And they all had like Mexican hats on and shit, and they're doing like the dance and stuff. Like I used to love those, man. That's a great idea.
Those things, and they're so like. What about the one of my favorites too? Is the David Ortiz one, where they're just in that room with
Oh
like
yeah.
with Posada, and he tries on the Yankees hat, and then the
He's
fucking
like,
mascot comes by.
yeah, yeah.
Erik. That shit
So
was
good,
awesome.
dude. Big Poppy, baby. Hell
Uh-huh.
yeah. Yeah, those were great, man. That's a great idea to do those. That's like I feel like it's nostalgic, uh, has a nostalgic aspect to it for people who are sports fans. And 'cause, I mean they still do Sports Center, but it's not,
It's not the
well,
same anymore, but
it's basically like a streaming,
yeah,
it's basically a streaming thing now. It used to be like, Sports Center was on at what, like fucking 7 a.m., then 11, then 2, and then it was just like the same program, you know what I mean? That was like all of ESPN right there. Um, that's cool. That's a good idea, man. People will dig that. I watched the Michael Kills one. That was cool. And I remember you talking about it. And so that's kind of cool, man. Like you're doing the He's Crafty thing, then you're doing the Scare Center. So Scare Center is kind of its own thing.
yeah.
Tell me what Scare Center is.
So it's just okay. So Pillar of Thriller.
Hmm.
Like, that do some YouTube channel and podcasts and stuff. They did like this horror King of the Ring bracket, and they had people announce the winners of each round. So the one year I did it, and the second year they asked us to do it. So I did it like Sports Center, like ESPN Sports Center, but it was Scare Center. And so
Okay.
we did it like a whole fucking March Madness bracket type of thing or whatever. And then so
Dude,
like after I
I think I was the one right before you, and I was like, because they had me
I think
do
you were the
one.
first one. Yeah.
Yeah, I was the first one to do the video, and then you came with the Scare Center shit. I'm like, God damn it. I was like, Eric coming with the fire, dude. Fuck. You cannot, it's never good to be the first one because you're never gonna be the most creative one, you know? That's a
Yeah, you
great
got to
idea.
be. They threw you to the wolves, dude. You're like the first one to go, and you're like,
I
"This is what I
didn't know
got."
what to do. I had the whole podcast set up and shit. I'm like, this is pretty dope. And then you were like, da-da-da, da-da-da. I'm like, oh fuck.
It was just funny, dude. Like, and we had like the weirdest matchups, dude. It was like fucking. What was it like? It was like Pinhead versus Leprechaun and shit, and then like
Yeah.
a Xenomorph versus I forgot who the other some I forgot who it was, dude. But
Crazy
yeah, so we
ones.
were just like let's just, it's like a King of the Ring, it's like March Madness. Let's just do it like Sports Center, call it Scare Center. And then like got some comments. I'm like, oh, that's a really good idea. And then, Mary Graves, she's on Instagram also, so I
Yeah.
was saying to her, I'm like, dude, hop in on this Scare Center stuff too. She can shoot her own videos, and she was talking about like doing rankings and all that other stuff. So really, I just, cause like when I do the He's Crafty videos, the shit takes so long to
Yeah.
get like the prop worked out, and like you try not to do it 8 million times. So you're like
Yeah.
you try to want to be efficient and knock the shit out, because like every time I fucking leave the house and go up to Michael's, my wife is like, you paying more shit, bro? You're buying more shit? I'm just like, I'm like, you try to like take your time and make sure that you're not gonna fuck everything up, and then it takes a while to post content. So I figured in between I could kind of do this. It's all horror related, top 10 list, not so top 10. Would like to do interviews. Dude, the thing I always wanted to do that I thought would always be funny is reactions to people's trailer reactions. So
Hell yeah, that's a
That would
great
be a good one.
idea. That's a
I just
great idea,
reacting.
dude.
I was trying to set it up with Justin from Pillar or Thriller. I'm like, dude, if you just give me, or I'll give you a reaction to like a trailer, and then you guys just react to me reacting to it, and
Oh,
that's
that's
like what we.
so funny.
So yeah, so that's kind of wanted. I just kind of wanted to be able to post more consistent content on my YouTube channel. So I just kind of branched it out into that. So, but we only got the one episode so far. I was ready to like put two more in the bag, and then shit happens. You know what I mean? So, and then
Yeah.
in between, I was like, I'm gonna knock out this new prop and everything, which went a lot quicker than my last one. Like my last one, I was doing like it was the fucking dog from the Thing, and I'm trying to like get this sprinkler inside of it to make it all, and I'm like, dude, I fuck with that thing for so long, dude. And I'm like, it worked at first, right? And then when you cover the shit with a bunch of fur and other shit, it doesn't move as well. Like it was moving around, like looked exactly like it from the Thing, dude. So I'm like, fucking sweet, dude. And then you cover it with fur and a bunch of other shit, and it's like they just pop up now. They're like, I'm like, that's ass, dude. So I'm like, I'm going through, I'm trying to like, I'm cutting the fur off. I'm trying to like, I ended up like painting it, and then I figured out. Well, my wife was like, "Well, it seems like the fucking spray paint you used might have made it a little bit too rigid." And so I was like, "All right." So I took off the spray paint, and then it started working again and stuff. And then like, it was just a whole thing. I had to just stop, dude. I'm just like, "All right, I'm gonna be on this fucker for 2 months." So I'm just like, I'm done. I'm gonna cut the video, post that shit, and I'll keep working on it or whatever. So that's the way. And I'm just like, so in between, I'm like, oh, dude, we can do these Scare Center ones. You know what I mean? It's pretty much just me and Tom sitting at this spot right here, and we're just going through. We rank the kills, or like, I got a whole bunch. Like, I wanted to get a Ghostface kills one before the new Scream came out, because obviously that'll be what everybody's looking at, like Scream
Yeah.
content or whatever. So but that didn't happen. And then like I'm trying to like, oh fuck, I forgot, like, oh, it's St. Patrick's Day, damn it, I should have done Leprechaun kills. This
That
is
that
like
shit that
too
shit
late now.
sneaks up on you, dude.
And I'm like, well, next year, well, that'd be good for next year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
we had full intentions on doing like a St. Patrick's Day something, man, but it just was here and gone, dude.
Yeah, dude, it was just there, dude. And I'm like, all of a sudden, shit, man, it's St. Patrick's Day. I'm like, damn it. All right, well, forget that. We'll save that for next year. Got some more
Yeah.
time to work on that episode.
And I
Yeah,
had
we
wrote
were
down
we
on my calendar that it was my work schedule and stuff. I had off, drink all day, and big and I had this like at the beginning of the year, I go through there and I just like pick out things. And I got to this month, man, and I had to schedule like 4 or 5 things. So I was really pissed already. So it just wasn't a good day. But
Yeah.
we ended up having a few drinks, so it wasn't too bad. Too bad
yeah,
at
we
all.
also had, I mean, we've been booked this entire month too. We've been going hard, dude. Like
Yeah.
we've had every weekend booked. We almost had 2 episodes today, and then we switched it to just you. We were gonna have two, and I was like, holy fuck, that's gonna be crazy, man. But we switched
No,
it
it's
to
Yeah,
awesome.
another weekend, and
yeah, it kind of got messed up. Some I don't even know how it got messed up, but then we were supposed to try to do it tomorrow, and it just didn't work out with work, man. All
yeah,
that's like
Sunday's tough,
it's
man.
so hard.
We've
Yeah.
been doing we've had people out for, we had Nightmare Christie, we had that horror couple, and A&P Films, and Drew Marvick, and they're all West Coast, bro. So like,
Yeah.
and we were doing all those like on Thursdays and Fridays and shit, and like, our
You know,
time, that's 10 p.m. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Yeah.
we're
Right. And they're
recording all
chilling at
these.
7.
Yeah, dude. So we've been dogging it the last couple of weeks, but just fucking
That's what I was telling
grinding to get
Taylor.
this
I
shit done.
I watched all your episodes, dude. It's pretty awesome. I want to start out by thanking you guys for having me on, dude, because
Oh,
that's
hell
some
yeah.
all the guests you've had so far, dude. I mean, in the horror community, those are some hitters in the horror
Oh,
Well,
community.
fuck
So I
yeah,
appreciate
dude.
you guys
and
having
Well,
me
that's
on with them, bro.
I told Taylor right from the get go when we started this shit. I was like, you were like my first guy. I was like, yo,
that's
I'm
though.
going, He's Crafty for my first guest. He's been lining up all the guests and shit. So I give all the credit for him. But you were my first guy. I was like, yo, I'm going. He's Crafty. He's coming on as soon as I possibly
Much
fucking
appreciated.
can. Hell yeah. You know how we do it, bro. I think
Yeah.
we've talked like twice, and I think it's been a total of like 16 hours. Like
I
we
know.
just we go so long, bro. And it was the same thing with Taylor. That's how me and him got started, man. I had him on when the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre came out, and I don't know
We
how we
didn't
really
even
got
talk about
talking.
that though.
No, we didn't end up because you had something going on. But that's what I was originally. It was for the Home of Horror podcast, which I had you on, Erik, and he was my. He was going to be a guest, and I don't even really know how it started. I think I posted who wanted to come on, and Taylor was like, "Yo, I'll get on an episode," and then me and him just kind of hit it off, and we started this shit. So it's kind of funny how things work out. But
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it
dope,
was
dude.
fun.
I watch I love your Skinamarink parody.
oh, dude, so good.
It's so awesome, dude. And then I have not seen Skinamarink, but I've
Yeah,
heard from everybody. I can imagine what it is. It would
It's
probably be
it's
like
so good. It's so good. You should really check it out.
I can
dude,
imagine.
it actually blows my mind of like it when I see like a good review where like I saw one the other day and it was like, or it was literally today and it was like, this movie is my favorite movie of the past like three
About
years.
Skinamarink?
Yeah, and I'm like,
No way.
and like I'm not that guy that wants to be harsh on people's take on movies. Everybody has their own shit they like, which is totally cool with me. And even if you like this movie, that's totally fine. But there's something about this one that I'm like,
Well,
I
I
just
think
don't get it, man.
Drew said it best though. He was like, I don't, even somebody who says they like it, I think they're just almost trying to be different. Like
Yeah,
it's a film, and granted, granted,
granted,
uh, granted.
your dyslexia, bro.
Um, anyways, granted, um, to its the filming style, it's a whole new generation of
Yeah,
something that can potentially come. So that's cool, but as far as the movie goes, man, you're allowed to say it's bad. Like that's just how I feel. Like that movie was just, oh, it irks me, but I really enjoyed putting together the part two, man. It was just because it was so easy. But
yeah,
and
it's
Yeah,
so funny.
I
yeah,
don't want to say that theirs was easy, because I guarantee it wasn't. Theirs was, but it was easy to mock that, So
Yeah.
yeah.
I just
um
came up with the idea, dude. I was like, it'd be wild if we just did like a trailer for Skinamarink 2 and it was just basically a bunch of doors and then like someone taking a shit.
mhm.
Yeah, that was
And
awesome.
Taylor was like, dude, that's hilarious. And then the next day he was like, so I filmed this. And I was like, oh, perfect. Let's fucking post it. And everybody
I will
seems
give
to
it to
like it.
those Skinnery peeps though. Like, you want to talk about taking what's the budget? Maybe 100 grand, not even, and then
Oh, yeah, dude, it's
generating
wild.
so much hype through word of mouth, through people just being like
Oh,
split on whatever the
definitely.
movie is, dude. And they put that shit in theaters. And it's same thing with Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, which I did go
Yeah.
to see.
Was
Dude,
it
I've
terrible?
not seen that.
Was it terrible?
It was bad, and like here's the thing about it: like if I'm gonna make because it was like taking a serious approach to the whole thing. I'm like, dude, come on. If if it was more knew what it was and like just played into what it was, then it would have been
Right.
awesome. Like great, like do some more. But it was like straight dead face serious, dude. And I'm just like, no, I think
Um,
that's the wrong approach on it,
so
dude.
so there was no like horror
Definitely.
comedy at all. It was just,
Which is
No,
exactly
dude.
what it should have been.
I thought
It's
that's what it
yeah.
was.
That
Like
sucks,
I'm
man.
just thinking the whole time, dude. I'm just like, dude, if I'm making a horror movie with Winnie the Pooh, right?
Yeah.
Already people are gonna be like, what the fuck? So it's just like you gotta play into it. You know what I mean? You gotta
Yeah.
cheese it up some. And they were just
Definitely.
like just straightforward with it, and I'm like, well, props to you because like your shit's gonna make like 2 million over the opening weekend. And you know what I mean? And it's just like I give him credit for that. You generate now they got a freaking 5 times the budget for Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. But I mean, they're just, are
That's
you just going to do
crazy.
the same thing again? But
Yeah,
I mean, props to him
I
just
always
doing
give,
that.
yeah, I always give him props for like marketing. Some of these new movies that are coming out, man, the indie shit, like the marketing is insane. And they're just getting reposted by Fangoria and fucking Dread Central, and everybody's just grabbing it and
Yeah,
circulating it, and they get all this traction. I think that's what happened with Skinamarink. And if I was that guy, like I would have had like imposter syndrome where I was like, oh no, it's no, it's not that good. Like, don't do it.
right,
Don't put it in
right,
fucking
right.
100 theaters. What are you doing? Like, it's not that
Coming
kind of
on a big
movie.
screen? Shit, man, that's not supposed to work like that. Damn,
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah, exactly. It's like I didn't even make it for big screen. Fuck. And that's what it kind of felt like, but like more props to him. And like Drew Marvick said that he actually made a good point. He was like, if you look at it from a perspective of like building suspense, it does. It's a really good movie of building suspense. Like you really think there's gonna be this big payoff. You really think something's gonna happen. And then the problem is nothing does. But like
Right.
it is a masterclass of like building suspense. So like it has that because it's like, it's analog horror. So it's like you gotta be quiet. You got to listen to it really loud because there's not a lot of sound. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing. So you're really paying attention. And then if anything does come up on screen, you got to be like, okay, you got to watch it really carefully. And then
Yeah.
just you don't get the payoff, which sucks. So you fail in that aspect. But as far as building suspense, like it was there, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree with that. And I'll tell you one thing about Skinamarink is that they did their job because I don't think there's been an episode that we have done that we have not talked about Skinamarink. We
Right.
talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
So like, good or bad publicity, man, everyone's gonna be like, "Fuck, I'm gonna go check this out now." So
Yeah. I mean, I mean, I guess that's what you're going for. Is there any bad press? No, there's
Yeah.
really not, dude. If people are
Right.
shitting on your movie, it's just going to make more people talk about it,
yeah,
So good on them. Good on them.
good
But
on
like I
them.
said,
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I agree with Drew where he said, it's hard to build up suspense in a movie. That shit's hard, man. So like,
Absolutely,
and
dude. It's so hard.
you
It's like
locked in that part, but you didn't get the payoff. So I mean,
exactly. And I don't know if they were going for that or not. Like it could have been a complete mistake. Like that's where the imposter syndrome would kick in for me. It's like, oh, people are viewing this movie as like an arts. If I made Skinamarink, I'd be like, everybody's viewing it as like this artsy film,
yeah,
and I'm like, oh fuck, that's not what it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? Like it feels like one of those movies where it feels like it's supposed to be that, but like then it's not. You know what I mean? It's like if you
you
make
want
like if you make like a really heavy lager beer and it tastes like shit, most of the hipsters are going to be like, this is the best beer ever. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you're going to be like, oh no, it's terrible. Don't make it sell fucking everywhere in the country. You know what I mean? Like it's like just one of those things that it kind of feels like that. So it was an interesting movie, dude. And that sucks about the blood and honey thing. It feels like they should have leaned into the parody aspect like completely.
Yeah, I wouldn't picture in that being a serious in any way. It doesn't look
Right.
serious. So that's
dude. It was just
different. Did you make the book for John's film?
yeah. That and the dagger.
Mm.
Yeah. Tell us about that.
So I had been making like so I made a Necronomicon like from scratch using like cardboard as the cover and everything, and then like eventually like I would watch other people's videos and I was like, oh, there's a much better way to do this. So you get just like fucking old books from Goodwill and just chop them out. You got the cover, and then you just kind of go. The way I did it was just you go over like whatever details you want on it with my hot glue gun, and then you go over top of it with some Mod Podge, and I use those blue shop towels now because they get like they're a thicker consistency and much easier to work with than like just regular paper towel. And you just go from there, dude. You make some pages, print up some stuff, you dip them in coffee, make some coffee, get the pages all stained up and shit, and it stinks
So,
like coffee. But I mean,
It
oh,
does
that's
smell
not
like
a bad stink
it
though.
still smells like coffee.
That's a good stink. So like on the cover itself, do you draw it out before you do your hot glue gun and stuff like that? How do you are you just freehand that shit?
on like on Necronomicon ones, I'll take whatever cover Necronomicon I want to do, and I just print it out, dude, and I just kind of like go over the details with the hot glue, and then like for John's, he sent me the symbol, and then I just did I just did put the symbol on the cover and then everything else on there for texture and everything. I just kind of did with the hot glue gun, but I just made sure I got the symbol in the middle of the book to be
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. So do you take on people, like John, like me, like say I was making something and I messaged you and I was like, hey, would you be interested in doing this? Do you do that, or is it just strictly just, kind of things you just want to do yourself?
No, I mean, I totally would do it. Not that many people message me about stuff like it. They'll ask me some stuff like, "Hey, like I was thinking about doing this like this." They'll just ask me like in the comments of like YouTube videos, like, "Hey, do you need to actually use Mod Podge or can I use liquid latex?" I'm like, well, I mean, you can use liquid latex, if you have that much of it. I just Mod Podge, you can buy in those big ass gallons and shit, so just questions. But if anybody, I mean, I'm down to like do whatever. And like, I think it's awesome that you're, making a movie, dude. And that's why I'm like, I come from that, like back when I was a younger man and I
Oh hell
wanted
yeah,
to have to
we've
make my own
talked
movies,
about it.
dude.
We talked
Yeah,
about
dude.
it,
I mean, I
man.
just know how that is, man. Like you're just doing everything yourself, dude. So like, I was doing like special effects and just you want to get, it's your vision, man. So you're just kind of like it's your baby. So you're like doing all the stuff. That's why I'm down, dude. Like you need a couple props for a movie. I'm down. So and
Oh
I don't
yeah.
like, I don't I'm not the one to like I did one thing once where I like they had this haunted garage sale around here. So I just made a bunch of shit and sold it there, you know what I mean? But like most times I'm like one for that, like, especially if you're making a movie, dude. I already know how hard that shit is. Shit's so freaking hard. But if you're like, it's your vision, you know what I mean? You're the one that's the driven one, and then everybody else is kind of like, But so I get it, man. So that's why I'm like, dude, anything you need, you get a couple of props, I got you.
There
Yeah,
you go.
man.
There you go.
And he crushed it, Taylor. It was like when I wrote the script, like I sent Erik the script. I think I sent you the script, Erik,
Uh-huh.
for what I had done anyway. I don't know if it was the whole thing or not, but
You sent me the whole thing, which is cool because that's the other thing. I can't wait to see the finished product because it's cool. Like it's cool reading the script and then you read a script and obviously you see it the way you would see it. I
right,
can't wait to see your directorial vision of
right,
it.
right.
It's cool.
And
It's cool seeing both ends.
yeah, and it's interesting because like I feel like the obviously the script has changed quite a bit because in this stage of like my filmmaking career, like the script is more of a guideline because you don't have, I try to write my script when I did it with Worm and I did it with this one. Like I try to write it just as best as possible. And then I'm gonna have to obviously I know I'm gonna have to dial back certain things because of budget and what I can just pull off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as far as like the dagger and like the book goes, like those were two things that I was like, I don't know how I pull this off. Like I can't just buy like a book and have it look old. It's just not gonna be that. But like that's what I was going for. You know what I mean? Like I was like, I'm just gonna have to buy like an old book and like have it be dusty and shit. Like it's just gonna be like a weird old book, like that's all I can really pull off. Like and in the script, it's like this ancient fucking demon Bible, but like on screen, it's just gonna have to be this dusty old fucking book that's been kind of rotting away in the ground type of thing. And when I brought it to Erik, I was like, "What do you think about this? What do you think about the dagger? Like, is there anything like you can like maybe come up with?" And exceeded my expectations because now when I look back, I mean, it's been so fucking long now because I've been filming for an entire summer and then, editing for an entire winter. Now I can't picture what I thought the book was going to look like before.
Yeah.
Now when I look at it on page, look at the film, I'm like, this is what the book is. This is exactly what I'm picturing in my head for the book to be. Same thing with the dagger. And on screen, man, it just adds what the movie needs. You know what I mean? Because it's fucking low budget. It's stupid. It's great. It's cheap. It's glorious. It's fucking all of it. You know what I mean? And that's what I love about it. And the book and the dagger really bring out like a tone for the movie. I think I think it kind of sets it where it's like, if someone was critiquing a movie like this, which if you do, fuck you. Um, I tried my hardest, you assholes. Um, I think they can at least be like, oh, this isn't that good, but man, the book looks fucking legit. Like it brings a cinematic a specific cinematic tone that the movie needs. Same thing with the dagger. I mean, there's a scene when we find them, like specifically when we find the dagger and we find the book, and it's to me it's a masterpiece because I wrote it and now it's on film, right? So I'm editing it and I'm like, this is fucking great. Holy shit. Like when we find this shit, it looks like it's just fucking there. And like it's supposed to be, it looks like it's been sitting there for fucking 100 years or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it looks that good. And I just appreciate it, man, that you did that because I think it just brought something to the movie that I just didn't think I was going to have, you know?
Well, there you go, Eric. That's some good
Yeah,
confirmation
I
right there,
kind of
dude.
ranted there, bro. I didn't, Jesus.
dude. It was fun to do them, like the dagger in particular, like because I was like, all right, how can I do this shit, man? We got to make it like you know. And I got the Kandarian dagger from Evil Dead in my mind, from Evil Dead 2, you know. So I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I want to try this shit, bro. So I just got fucking leftover bags of bones from Halloween, dude, and I'm just like, all right, just give me this femur or whatever the fuck it is, and I'm just like, and then my kid had this friggin' he had this dagger when he was like Peter Pan and shit for Halloween, right? And I'm just like, see, that's what I need right there. So I ended up just fucking I broke the fucking end off of the bone and then made a silicone mold of the dagger, just of the blade, and then fucking poured it in resin, dude, and then put the two together, and then you just go over top of it with a bunch of shit to make it look all gnarly and everything. And I was just like, this fucking thing turned out a lot better than I thought it was.
Hell
So
Yeah,
yeah.
with
I
like
was
the
like,
gems and shit. Like I had that written into the script, you know what I mean? The gems on it and kind of, because there's this one line that I really loved that I wrote about like
oh,
it
I
looks
know
like
you're.
a yeah, it looks like it's bedazzled, you know what I mean? Like it was just like a sarcastic comment that one of the
That's why
characters say.
it needed those gems, dude, for that line. For
Yeah,
real.
that's
That's one of
exactly
those
why I
where
wanted
like
them. I was like,
you
this is
gotta
perfect.
you gotta get these on there, dude. It's for that line. You know what I mean? It
Yeah,
was awesome. But
absolutely. And he says it and it's fucking it delivers good and like I just love that part of it. And then it looked like you did like the heat gun thing. Did you do that with the
yeah,
plastic wrap and
yeah,
stuff like
yeah. It
that?
just gives it that kind of like rotted skin look to it and
Definitely.
everything.
It like
You
looks like
know,
there's still like some pieces of tendons kind of like connected. And
that's what
like
I was hoping for.
those fucking hold up. Like they didn't I mean, we're holding that thing for fucking hours per day and like none of it broke. And like it still looks the way it is. And like I've been hesitant because like these assholes that have fucking donated, I gotta give something to them. And I'm like, man, the dagger might be one and the book might be one, but I'm like, fuck, I don't want to give that shit away, man. Like it's so dope. I want to put that shit on display in here, you know what I mean? But I think
Take
it
a
would be it.
T-shirt. You're like, here, bro, have a T-shirt.
Yeah, have a t-shirt, bro. Don't take this. But
Well,
I have a lot of
work
cool,
something out with Eric, man. Get him to say, hey, let's
make
set
some
this
more.
up. Yeah, let's set this up. Let's make three of them. And or six total. Three daggers, three books, and then that's what you give out for the big guys. Whoever donated the most or whatever.
Right, right. And
Um,
we actually got a lot of donations too, man. And the movie's just coming out, so we're in the final cut now. It's taken a long time, but like I said, when you have one, two people working on this shit,
Yeah,
it's you doing everything. I star in the movie, I directed the movie, I wrote the movie, I'm producing the movie, I'm editing the movie, I'm making the score for the movie. Um, so it's a lot, but it's coming out really cool, man. And like obviously you're going to be a part of any future projects I do. I want to make sure, I really like to get, especially you two. We all three of us, not together, but have talked about, you guys coming up here and doing some filming and stuff because I'd love to have that type of crew with the people that I already have. It's just not a big crew. If I can get people like you two up here to make a movie, damn, we could do some damage, man.
yeah, that or we can get really drunk together. Either one, I'm happy
We
with
could do
both.
both. We could do both of
probably do
those.
both.
hmm
Mm,
That's a lot of
Maybe not
fun.
at the same time. We're like,
definitely.
yeah, fuck it, you're good. Your scene is good. Shut the fuck up.
It's fucking perfect, right? Let's do it.
Absolutely.
I know that,
Uh,
but it's cool though too. Like I know personally, it's really cool, dude, when you write something and then like then it becomes real. It's shot and you get to
Yeah,
fucking see it finally,
it's
and
crazy.
you're just like, holy shit, bro. Because like I know like writing the shit that I've done, writing a script, when you're writing a script and you know you're going to direct it, then obviously if you have a big zombie action scene, that's all it is in the script is big zombie action scene. You know what I mean? And then I mean, you're just like, well, fuck, what? I don't need to detail this shit out because I'm the one that's going to be shooting it. I'm the one that's going to be editing it.
Exactly.
So, but I know it's just a fucking cool feeling, dude, when you write something and then it's there. It's actually
Yeah.
there. And you can see it and you put it together and you can watch it over and over and over 8 million times because that's what I do, like on my videos and shit. And like,
Yeah.
it's just like this next He's Crafty that's coming out. It should be done for Monday or whatever.
Is this the
But like,
trick or treat one?
it's the trick or treat run.
Fuck
So it's
yeah.
like,
Yeah, I
this
was
is
gonna ask you to talk about that. That's cool as fuck, dude.
oh, dude, this idea has been fucking permeating it's been percolating in my head for like a year, dude. So, um, I kind of like to like, you know, what I'm trying to do now is like concentrate more on making really good looking props, and then I like to get the wrap around of having some funny shit around it. You know what I mean? Like an episode, like a theme to an episode and all this other stuff. Like I just, you sit and watch multiple videos on that, like kind of like doing the same thing. It's just, it gets to a point where you just get tiresome of watching them just, they just doing the prop. It's 20 minutes of them doing one certain thing. So that's why I was always like, really love making movies, dude. So I want to put them both together and I want them to be like little mini like episodes and shit. And so this one, the whole time I was like, so I want to do this episode where, okay, we're doing a prop from Trick or Treat and Sam is in it. But then I show up dressed as Sammy Kerr because I got the wrong Trick or Treat movie. And so at the beginning of the fucking episode, I'm just like they're like sitting there. It's my friend Tom and then my son who's dressed as Sam. And they're like, "Where's Erik?" And then all of a sudden, explodes, and I show up dressed like a half-ass Sammy Kerr, dude. It's like the worst shit ever, dude. I took a fucking Freddy mask and I cut off part of the Freddy mask and then like painted it black and stuck it to my face, and that's my burn mark for Sammy Kerr.
Oh my
And then
god.
the whole thing of the episode is like I have leather pants on, and fucking Tom is making fun of me because he's like, what are you dressed as?" And I'm like, "Dude, I'm like, we're making a prop from Trick or Treat. I'm Sammy Kerr, dumbass." He's like, "No, dumbass, not that Trick or Treat, this Trick or Treat." And so like he just keeps making fun of me. So the rest of the episode, it starts off, I start doing the prop or whatever, and then we cut back to him laughing at me, and I start doing the Sammy Kerr thing where he's like, the part at the end of Trick or Treat where he's at the dance and he starts like hitting his arm on the side of his leg. So I start doing that, and I have a guitar, and I start shooting electricity at his ass, and I'm just chasing him all around, shooting electricity at his ass, and then
Dude.
there's one part where I was like, oh damn, I forgot to shoot this because I wanted somebody to actually get hit and blow up. So I tried to get one of my friends to come over and do it, and he was like, "I can't today." So I'm like, "Well, fuck it, bro." So I just put on a wig and shit, and like I pretty much looked like Kid Rock.
Oh,
I
that's
had
so
this
funny.
That's
long
better.
ass blonde hair.
Dude, that's better. That's so much better.
It is. I think it is better, dude. Wait till you see the part, dude. And that's one of the
Oh
things where
man.
I'm like, "All right, let me do this, dude." And you think of it, and then you go out and shoot it, and then you put it together, and I'm like, "Holy fuck! It actually looks funny, dude." So my friend Tom wasn't even available. He's supposed to be running by me. And so I just have my wife. She's he has a flannel on, so she's got a similar flannel. She just runs by me real quick, dude. And I'm just like, I'm like looking like this fucking Kid Rock dude with a fucking tank top on and shit. And then me as Sammy Kerr fucking blows myself up.
Dude, did you
And
say
then
that's did you say that's coming out Monday?
yeah, it's coming out Monday,
Oh,
dude. It's ready
dude.
to go.
Dude,
I gotta drop my voiceover in it.
yeah, make sure you let me know. First of all, I'll put the link on the bottom of this, and then I'm gonna edit that fucking part into this part of the episode
Oh,
right here.
dude.
Because like I'll put
Wait,
this out probably middle of next week. I'm editing that shit in, dude. That's so funny.
Yeah, that'd be good.
it's just and that's like I just kind of like I want to do DIY videos, but a little bit more entertaining. You know what I mean? So there's something else
Yeah.
to it. I know all the horror peeps would
Yeah,
enjoy
that's
that
a
kind of
that's a
stuff.
good idea, dude, because you're right. I mean, a lot of the DIY shit is just so boring, and that's what's so intriguing about your videos. They've always been fucking hilarious. The music you do is like always a parody of something, and like it's so funny because you can't have the copyright shit. So you always come up with something dope. And then like you asked me to be in that video you guys did. You did the It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year, and you did it for Halloween, right? And like when I watched that video, I was fucking cracking up, dude. Like it's so well done. It's so fun. It has everything you want with that type of thing. You know what I mean? It's just like that. I mean, that video, I was hoping it like, I mean, it did really well, obviously, for you. Um, I mean, I wanted that shit to go viral, bro. I was like, this
Yeah.
is should be first of all, you got to repost it for next Halloween. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you gotta either repost that one or you got to do a whole nother one and like do it again and like make it even bigger this time because like that was so funny, dude. When I sent that in and like when I showed everybody on set, because when you asked me to do it, I was on set, so like
Yeah.
I filmed everybody when we were making the movie, right? And they all watched it and they were like, who the fuck is this guy? This was fucking hilarious. I mean, this is great.
That
Because
was another thing, dude, that
I
for a
convinced them
year.
all, dude. I convinced them all. I was like, well, I owe him, dude. He made these props for the movie. Like, we have to shoot this for him. Like, it's a thing. And then they were like, I don't know what we're doing here, dude. And then like they watched the video and they're like, oh my god, that's fucking hysterical.
Yeah. See, that's what I was telling everybody. I'm like, because I reached out to everybody and I'm like, dude, I just want this big ending. You know what I mean? With everybody singing the song. Don't worry about it because like it's all gonna be you're gonna be in little, don't worry about what's going on. Just have fun with the shit, bro. Like I don't even care if you sing the words right. It's just gonna
Right,
be,
right.
so like everybody sent that shit in, dude. I thought it was awesome, man. It was just like
Oh, so
I
funny.
had
You had
that fucking
everybody in there,
idea
man. You
for
got
a
fucking
year.
haunt junkies, fucking pillar of thrill. I mean, you had fucking everybody in there, man. It was dope.
Yeah, dude. I was just like for a year, like right after Halloween the year before, the Christmas music starts playing, and then that's playing, and I'm just like, dude, man, fuck all these Christmas songs, man. We need a Halloween song again, man. I'm stealing one of these motherfuckers. So I was like, I'm taking the shit, dude. And then I just started writing these lyrics to it, and I'm like, all right, this. I gotta get this together for next year. So,
Fuck yeah,
and
dude. It
that's why I
was
was like, oh, dude, it'd be great to have the ending, the big ending, just of everybody singing the shit. So it
hell
was.
yeah, man.
I'm much appreciated to you and everybody else that sent in videos, dude. Everybody knocked that shit out, dude. It was awesome.
Fuck yeah.
And
Dude,
seeing yours, I'm like, yeah, I remember those days being on like the set,
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. It was so funny. I had my dude dressed up as the demon and shit, and he's just like,
singing. It's awesome, dude. That's the shit to do right there, dude. It was
well,
awesome.
if you do another one, man, we'll check the candy. We'll get on that shit. Me and Taylor will
You
do
guys are in
some
there. I'm
because
doing another one, so you're in there.
fuck yeah, that's what I'm
all
talking
right,
about.
cool. Yeah, see, I'm not seeing this, so like immediately after we're finished, I'm gonna go watch this because it
Oh, it's
sounds
great.
It's
hilarious.
out. Yeah, it's on my YouTube channel. Dude, the shit. God bless my wife. I love her, man. The shit I get her to do, like
Oh,
what
dude, it was
I'm
so
like,
good. Like all
and
the
my
Michael
kid, dude.
Myers shit, dude, was
Yeah,
fucking amazing. When he's doing
like he's hitting the gritty. I'm like, get your ass in the front yard dressed as Michael Myers and
yeah,
hit the gritty, bro.
the
And then
gritty.
like my other son is dressed as Sam, and like I'm like, all right, bro, I need you to like. He's also the zombie that twerks.
Yeah, dude,
I'm like, I
so
need you to
funny.
twerk here, and then at the end scene, if you watch me and Tom, I'm standing there, and Tom's there, and then like my kid pushes us apart, and he's dressed as Sam, and he starts twerking.
Oh, dude, it's so
Like, just
good.
go for it, bro. Go for it.
And that's what makes me so sad about just all of us not being close.
Yeah, I
Oh,
know,
dude,
Like,
we
right?
could do some amazing
imagine the
shit.
choreography we could do if just 30 of us people who are like legit down to create and like do shit like that. If we got in the same place at the same time, how much we could get done. Like, I think about that with me and Taylor, where I'm like, imagine if we were doing the podcast like in the same room, it would be fucking hysterical. Like, it's already
Yeah.
hysterical, and like us together would be fucking insane. And then, like, for stuff like that video where we could, choreograph this big fucking triumphant fucking ending, and it would just be hysterical, dude. And like, it just sucks that
Uh,
everybody's so spread out, but
I'm
the
picturing
shit,
this in my head. It looks
uh,
amazing.
oh,
uh,
dude,
the shit that we could do together, dude. I believe it, man. It
yeah.
would be awesome. You know what I mean? We get shit done without being in the same backyard, but I mean, if we were I think it would be pretty awesome. See, that's a cool thing too about my friend Tom, dude. That's like my ace in my back pocket, dude, because he can sing like a motherfucker, dude. And I'm just like, so I know anything I come up with, the dude can sing it, dude. And I'm just like, all right, let's do this. And then he comes like full force into it, dude. Like he came over that day to shoot that video and he went to Spirit Halloween beforehand and bought one of those dumbass pumpkin suits. And he had it on for the park because he's like, I'm like, you're kind of like, I'm like, I want you to kind of be like a lounge singer looking type of dude. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he's like, I was like, so if you got like, if you can pick up like just an orange like sports coat or something, dude. He goes full core. He stops at Spirit and buys a pumpkin suit and shit, dude, and
Yeah.
comes over with it. I'm like, this shit is dope, dude. All right, let's throw your ass up in front of the green screen.
Dude, and he like acts so well too. Like he gives that like over the top feel where he's like animated and like he has the facial features down, like all that shit. He's so good, dude. He's in like most of your videos, really.
Yeah, yeah, he is, dude. I mean, and I've known him for a long time, dude. I've worked with him for a long time and shit, and like used to just like do music with him and shit, just for fucking shits and giggles, doing music or whatever, you know what I mean? But now, like this, dude, I just know like every time like I write a part or something, I'm like, here, we're gonna do this in this video, and like, you know, even if it's like him, we take turns. One episode he looks like a jackass, and the next episode I'll look like the jackass or whatever. But no matter what, dude, he just comes, he brings it, dude. Like every time he brings the shit, dude. It's awesome.
Yeah, dude, you guys are a good dynamic, man. It makes for a fun video. Just back to that point of like DIY videos, because I love that shit. Like, I love your channel for that reason, and that's why I was always intrigued by it because it's just fun. The videos aren't 45 minutes long. There's a lot of time lapse in there where obviously for on your end it's a shit ton of work
Yeah.
of filming and editing and stuff like that. And I know how that shit goes. Taylor knows how that shit goes. Like we when we have to do this shit, it's a long process and it's hard work. Um, but yours make it so fun, dude, and it's getting recognition, especially with the Home Depot thing where you got kind of reposted by them. Um, with your 12, what was it, 12, 20, 12 foot, 20 foot.
They're 12-foot skeleton
Yeah,
Demogorgon.
and you did the Demogorgon, and like that shit was so dope, dude. And to see the
How long did that take
recognition,
you?
The Demogorgon one didn't take me that long, like because once you got the head made, it was pretty easy, dude. You know what I mean? Like, then
Yeah,
the
he's
head,
all like pretty. Yeah, I got you. I'm
the
sorry.
head no, no. The head was like the part where I'm like, so you, like I was saying, dude, you think of these things and you don't want to keep dumping money into them and then like having your wife giving the stink eye every time you leave the house. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
if I can get this fucking head knocked out. So like, I just, you know what I mean? You're just kind of like, you cut out those Demogorgon pedals and shit out of cardboard. And then it just like was reinforced with like, some PVA foam or whatever it is that they use for like making cosplay outfits and shit, and then like just some bubble wrap, dude, and then you just get it all put together, and then the body wasn't too difficult to do or whatever, so it didn't really take me that long. But then the thing about them reposting that thing is like I like so then everybody's looking at it and like you're getting more attention and shit, and then I had already planned because every year I want to change the thing. Like I don't want the same shit sitting in my yard because really when the videos I go through is like just kind of like my plan I have for my Halloween decorations
I
for
was
that
gonna
year. And I
say,
really
yeah,
like to go buy
your fucking your house is decked out, and so it's almost like a
and,
year long preparation with your videos of like what's gonna be out there.
and that's what I really like it when I stick to a theme, you know what I mean? But like so that thing got kind of blown up and shit. And then like I put like soup like I was already thinking like, all right, so Demogorgon, I'm gonna make this thing, trying to make this thing a 12-foot tall Vecna, which is what I did the next year.
Yeah.
But then like with them like sharing that shit, you just put more pressure on yourself. And I'm just like, damn, that's why this year I'm going back. My theme this year are the films of John Carpenter and Sam Raimi.
Fuck
So
yeah.
I'm just like, I'm going back to this shit, bro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This is my shit.
Plus Stranger Things has just been huge, so it's like more pressure to. Yeah, I see what you're saying with the Demogorgon blew up, and then you got to make. I mean, Vecna looked dope as hell too, bro. That shit was sick.
So
That took
I've
me
not
way
seen
too
the
long.
Vecna.
Oh, he's gonna
Yeah,
see it,
I can picture that being
dude.
like
It's
really
fucking
You know
fucking
what's
awesome.
difficult.
oh,
It's
well, you know what's
awesome.
funny is like, where's this? I got his big ass head here. Hold on a second.
Yes, get it. This is what I'm talking about. Yes, dude.
There's,
Holy shit!
Dude,
there's this big
fucking
ass head,
sick.
bro. I got it
It's
down
so
here because
sick.
I'm gonna change it. So I was thinking about doing it like two separate fucking two
Dude,
separate things.
dude, you know what you should do? I'm a huge fucking Predator fan, and that just reminded me of the Predator helmet, dude. You
Wow,
should do
that
a
would be
fucking Predator,
sick.
man.
Oh wow,
Dude,
would that be dope?
that would be awesome. He's halfway there, dude. He's got the
He
dreads.
Yeah,
seriously
dude, like
is. Yeah,
no, because like
throw
whenever
dread,
it
just throw
turned, it
longer
looked.
dreads on him, and then throw the fucking face on, dude. It'd be
Oh,
sick.
dude. You know, like you can get the arms and shit. Like you can build those fucking like cuffs with the big fucking
Yeah,
blade, you know? Oh, damn, dude. That'd be so fucking cool.
I feel like you
I would
could
love
dude.
build
There's
that.
so
like a.
many
I
like
feel like you could build like a big ass Freddy Krueger with that too.
my
It's
plan
like,
this year. So like what I was thinking of, like, so I was I was gonna do two, right? So I was gonna try to do one for my theme. So for my theme of John Carpenter movies, I was gonna turn this big old son of a bitch into the Blair thing at the end of the thing, the big ass thing that pops out of the ground.
oh hell
Yeah.
yeah.
So I'm like, so that would be for my theme, but I also wanted to do to try to like get more something that's more like popular it right now. I was gonna turn it into one of those clickers from freaking Last of Us.
Oh yep, yep, yep.
I was like,
That'd be crazy.
I've
dude,
not seen
Predator.
it.
I think he looks almost like Predator right now. It'd be
Yeah,
awesome
dude.
to make him a whole
Dude,
mask to come off.
Predator would be fucking sick, dude. And
Dude.
but
Oh
also
my
the
God.
clicker, I mean, you could kind of go with your own like design as well. You wouldn't really have
Yeah,
to follow anything. You just kind of do some mushrooms on them and shit, and you could make
that's
it
what's
Man,
look
cool about those
badass
clickers,
looking.
dude.
Yeah,
I don't know.
killer.
I don't know anything about clickers, but I'm still caught on the Predator thing. If you did like Predator 1 year and then because you're gonna change it, right? Like
Yeah,
every year is
change
what
it
you
every
said.
year. Yeah,
Yeah. So like if you did Predator 1 year and then you just turn that thing next year, it's just this big ass fucking alien, man. The
yeah,
big head,
yeah,
you know? Ah, shit,
If
that'd
you
be
could
cool
get
as
it, if you
fuck.
could almost get it on its hind legs and like, you know what I
yeah.
mean? If you could angle that shit down and then put a big tail on it and do the fucking predator,
Yeah.
the alien head. Holy fuck,
Go get your wife to be pissed at you again for buying another 12
Dude,
foot one to
like,
build the
yeah.
tail.
right. I tried to like get my buddy to be like, "Hey man, let me I want to try to do two of these this year. Let me can I you want to turn yours into one of those things from Last of Us?" And he's like, no, not really." It's like I'm not buying another one. That's why I was like, maybe I could just do this thing twice or whatever, but a big
So
ass xenomorph would be dope.
did you feel when you did the Demogorgon? Did you feel and after that kind of blew up? Did you feel pressure to like keep it Stranger Things? Is that why you did Vecna, or did you already kind of have that in mind where you were
I
gonna
think it was
like?
big though. I think it was big at the time, wasn't it, Vecna?
Oh, he's still. I mean, Stranger Things is fucking huge. No hate for sure. I fucking love Stranger Things, but as
When
far
Home
as
Depot,
like, yeah,
no, I had planned on doing Vecna,
okay,
and like so Home Depot they put that post out on the day that Stranger Things season 4 part 2 came out. So, dude, the fucker like blew up, man. I was just
yeah,
like, that's
yeah.
like the
I remember
perfect
going
day
on
to put
Twitter
it
and
out.
like I didn't even like follow you on Twitter and shit, and all of a sudden you're just fucking on Twitter, and I'm like, what the fuck is
Yeah,
going
dude,
on?
it was just nuts, man. So then I was like, I had already planned on doing Vecna. I was actually in the process of making his head. So shortly thereafter, I posted just a pic of his head and stuff, But then like getting the color right for this freaking thing, dude, was just that was if you watch my video on it, that's what I was I'm like, you know what? The color, trying to get the color right for this, man, fuck
Yeah.
it. At some point, and the
That's
shit
whatever
part
though,
is
because
like,
you had like the black light on it, or you had like the light on it, shit. Anyway, so like it's only a certain color anyway. You know what I mean? But it fucking
right,
looked
and that's the thing
killing.
too, is like I'm like, damn it, dude. Like the shit part is this is gonna be at night and it's all gonna be lit one color. So
Yeah.
I'm just like putting more pressure on myself or whatever. But that's why this year I just started early, dude. I got like a bunch of ideas. Like I like working in a theme because I can hone more ideas. This wasn't part of my theme. Like that's there's my there she is chilling right above me.
Oh,
So
yeah,
Oh,
that's great.
exclusive look, baby. Wait, do it one more time. One more time. One more time. Exclusive
so
look.
this is my freaking there she is.
Hell yeah, shit looks dope. Dude, the
I had to
studio's
put this
looking
shit in my
killer too,
basement.
man. You've added some
Yeah,
shit
dude.
to the studio. Looks good.
Yeah, dude. I'm trying to get like all around all these walls. I want to set up like a green screen section in my other room there, so I can just jump in there and do some green screen shit. But
We still
yeah,
gotta
like
get a
this
we
was a
still
part
gotta
of
get
the
a
theme.
we still gotta get a worm poster on that wall, bro. I know we've been
Did you
talking
see
about
my
it.
worm? Oh, well, hold on. Do you see it up there?
Where?
There's a worm sticker up there.
Is that? Oh, I see it. I see it.
I
Yeah,
see it,
right,
yeah.
right. Past it. Yeah, hell
Right up there,
yeah.
dude.
I know we talked about getting
Look
you
at
a
my girl.
poster.
There's my
Fuck.
girl, Linnea Quigley.
Of
Look at my girl
course.
there.
There you go.
And then representing with the Linnea Quigley horror workout T-shirt.
There you go.
Hell yeah. Do you follow A&P Films? Have you ever heard of them?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
Okay,
dude. That's what I was
so
like.
Murder Size is coming out.
Yes, I gave to that Kickstarter or whatever they were on, dude. I was like, because
Fuck
dude,
yeah,
Slash
dude.
Red Party was awesome, dude. I
Oh,
love
Oh, yeah.
Slash Red
so
Party,
good. It
man.
was so good, dude.
So good. And
Dude, their movies are
I know
great.
what you mean. With Streets of Vengeance,
Mhm.
because I know you guys were like, isn't that was it like Savage Streets? But
Yeah,
then
Savage
Savage
Streets with Linda Blair. Yeah.
Linnea Quigley is her sister.
Really?
So I was like, oh,
Holy
I know
shit.
that movie.
Yeah,
She's her
yeah,
sister,
yeah.
the one that gets raped.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
dude.
Linnea
Fuck.
Quigley.
Dude,
So
that's
yeah,
great.
that's why I was like, oh yeah, Savage Streets. Yeah, dude, I know that.
Oh,
So,
so yeah,
but yeah,
you listen to that episode. Fuck yeah, dude.
Dude,
Dude,
you,
they're
I
if
watched
great.
you've
all your
listened,
episodes.
yeah, I was about to say, if you've listened to our episodes, you've been through quite a few fucking hours, man. Like it goes on.
It does. Because I work like I said, 3 nights from home, dude. So like in the middle of the night, and I work nights, dude. So in the middle of the night, you get a real slow period, dude. So I just watched all your guys' stuff, man. They're really,
Dude, we appreciate that. That's
Hell
cool.
yeah,
I got,
dude. And
dude.
we should get you hooked up with A&P, man. I bet you could do some
Yeah,
props for them, bro.
yeah,
I mean, they're legit, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, Murder Size is gonna be, I'm telling you, that's just gonna be sick. I'm so pumped for that. And they're just so down to earth, bro. Like just for you to have a conversation with them and talk about, prop making and, you know, Angie's really like good with like set design and like wardrobe. She would probably be the one to talk to about props and
super sweet too. She's awesome.
oh dude, they're so cool. They're
Paul's
so like
great too. They're
grateful and like
great
they're so
network.
cool and yeah, we should link you guys up because they got a bunch of shit in the works and I mean that'd be cool for you to get in touch with them and maybe come up with some cool shit where
yeah,
you
dude.
could
That's
like it'd be cool for you to do a prop where you could make a video and maybe not put it out until their movie came out, if you were to get that opportunity and then like put the whole DIY process of making that prop would be fucking sick. I wish I would have thought about that with Devils Are We. Is having you film making the
oh
book,
yeah, doing
making the
yeah,
dagger, and then having that like behind the scenes for the DVD and shit. And then Taylor's putting it on. Oh, I should do this. Fuck. Taylor should we should have done that, and then Taylor's putting it on VHS and shit. So that'd have been fucking cool, man. Fuck that stupid move. We should have done that.
when's it coming out? Because I can always shoot it.
You know what? I
I would do
don't
another one.
fucking have
Yeah,
a
make
date
another one.
because
Yeah,
I'm doing the final cut, man, and like I do want to do a thing where like I think I had asked you about I want you to do like a reaction to the movie and shit. And I kind of
yeah,
want to do a little behind the scenes. Maybe we do another interview like this where I can get you on the DVD and shit. It won't be great quality because it'll be on Zoom, but whatever. Who gives a shit? Um, just talking about making it and stuff like that because I'm looking for some extras for the DVD and shit, and that'd be fucking awesome. Yeah,
Hey,
this soon.
listen, Eric. He's Crafty. Which one do you prefer to be called?
either or, it's
Okay,
fine.
okay. I'm just gonna call you Crafty. Uh,
Okay,
so we're gonna talk after this. We're gonna quit this right now, just because I
Yeah,
know
damn,
us.
we've been
yeah,
fucking
we've gone
crushing.
on.
We could literally go on forever
Probably
talking. So let's
longest episode yet.
and here's the thing. I want to have you back on. I want to talk about more projects that you're doing. I want to deep dive into what you're doing, and I want to deep dive into your channel, and I want to deep dive into all that. So, with that being said, I want to say thank you for coming on because we appreciate you coming on.
No,
And go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I was gonna go ahead. I was just, I totally appreciate being on here, dude. Like I said, when you guys like, fucking hyped up the whole time. Like before those to come on, I'm like, dude, I'm so looking forward to coming on here. And like I said, having me on and the guests that you've had before me, dude, it means a lot to me. You know what I mean? Like to just be, the next guest in line with those awesome people from the horror community, man. And so it
Yeah.
means a lot. So I appreciate it, dude. So anytime you want me, I'm here.
Either way, we want to say thank you for coming on, and I really appreciate the conversation. I had
Hell
a lot of
yeah,
fun.
man. Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
thank
Hell
you guys.
yeah.
I appreciate it too, man. It's nice sitting down and chatting, man.
Absolutely, Eric. You always know I love having you on, man. You're my homie. We've grown a little bit of a relationship over the last year or two. I feel like, just from working on the movie together and having you on my podcast, and then obviously bringing you on here. Um, One of my favorite guests for sure. Always love the conversations. Um, and when Devils Are We comes out, we'll do a whole deep dive on that. And I want to make sure you watch that before we do it. Um, just to get an idea of how your props looked on camera and get your insight on that. Um, and I really appreciate it, man. And we both do. Like Taylor said many times before, these are just conversations. This isn't like an interview. This isn't an episode. This is just a regular conversation between people, horror fans, horror nerds, movie nerds, which we really appreciate. That's what we're trying to do with this show anyway, is just bring light to people's creativity, like your own, your YouTube page, your creative endeavors, um, and bringing light to that at the same time having just good conversation, not really trying to script anything, um, just really just doing a deep dive on everything and anything when it comes to the genre. And we appreciate it, man, and we'll talk to you later.
All right, appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me on, man.